Khai and Kairo is in serious trouble. Apart from getting sued for 30 million Kenya shillings by the same people he invited into his own brand, many allegations are now being made that he's engaging in wash. But let's talk about why he's getting sued. I was able to dig deep into the matter and deliver the story of what actually happened. Khai and Kairo was working as a car salesman for his friend called Jesse. While working for Jesse, he created a Facebook page called Imports by Kairo to help in marketing and advertising. This page quickly grew in following. A friend then advised him to start his own company. Number one, because he now had the experience of working as a broker and salesman. And number two, he had a successful Facebook page. Kairo personally knew two friends who were very skilled in business. One was Clement Kinuthia and the other was Ibrahim Mwangi Karanja. They all agreed to start the new company. They even decided that since the name Khai and Kairo was already an established brand, it was going to be the name of the company. They also agreed on the shares of the profits. Everyone was going to get 30%. And so the company Imports by Kairo was made. The company was very successful the moment it was started, quickly making hundreds of millions in sales. But this is where things started going south. After some time had passed, Kairo started noticing something very unusual about his two partners. He was getting sidelined, despite the fact that he was the face of the brand and doing most of the marketing. Something was also not quite right. Mr. Kinuthia and Mr. Karanja had started a secret company called Amazing Auto. This secret company would secretly supply used cars from their company Imports by Kairo. However, for some reason, Amazing Auto failed disastrously, leading to a huge conflict between Kinuthia and Karanja.
So at this point, I'm just a bystander. I'm watching now these two people who I actually introduced.
Yeah.
Brought together. Ikafika mahali, they thought this stupid kid doesn't know what he's doing. Let us show him how businesses are run. And now they have their own fights.
Yeah.
Kinuthia then rushed to court to block all accounts that were of Imports by Kairo. This move put the company at risk of collapse. Kairo needed to act fast to save the company, so he called a close friend who was a lawyer to follow up on the situation. Luckily, the company, which was on the edge of collapse, was saved. Then, Karanja decided to leave. It was going to be difficult for Kairo and Mr. Kinuthia to manage the company all alone. But anyway, they decided to push through. Kinuthia decided to take over Karanja's shares, not even splitting with Kairo. Slowly, a leadership conflict arose. Kinuthia started making attempts to minimize Kairo's role in the company, wanting him to be seen merely as a regular staff member rather than a head of the company. While all this was happening, Kairo had little say. It seems he feared Kinuthia for reasons we don't know. Then in July of 2022, KBC requested an interview with Kairo, probably to discuss what had happened in the company. As they were setting up cameras ready to shoot the interview, Kinuthia called. He called a KBC staff member. He told him to cancel the interview, but Kairo insisted they continue. Because it now looked like the interview would still continue anyway, Kinuthia decided to go in person. Reaching there, he called Kairo outside. All this time, Kairo was with his girlfriend, who is now his ex. There was no way he was going to get disrespected in front of his girlfriend like that. Let Kairo tell us what he said.
Tell him now you're limiting me. You're not even able to operate in your own company. How do you just work? And I tell him this is what we're going to do. I'm going to give you 60% of whatever profits I bring. I'll only take 4.
Yeah.
From this 60%, you sort of run the company. I won't even order the staff around. You're the boss now.
His pastor advised him to leave the company. His mother also asked him to leave the company. She was even willing to give Kairo whatever was available just to see her son out of all this mistreatment. Everyone was on Kairo's side, begging him to leave. And so, Kairo went to the company, summoned all the staff, and announced his departure in front of them. Many staff members tried to intervene, but it was too late. Following his departure, Kairo posted this on his social media. Effective 3 weeks ago, I made the decision to resign as the CEO of Imports by Kairo and also ceded all my shareholdings due to personal reasons. This means that the company is now under new management, effective from October 1st, 2022. I'll be trading under the name Khai and Kairo Limited, with a new office location set to be announced soon. I no longer have any affiliation with that Imports by Kairo going forward, and the company will rebrand to a new trading name soon. This transition process will not affect any pending transactions initiated before October 1st, 2022. This post started fire, especially because Kairo mentioned that he was once the CEO and that the company was now under new management. In response, the company made this statement: "We hereby wish to confirm the departure of Joseph Kairo Wambui, alias Khalif Kairo, from Imports by Kairo Limited. Contrary to claims that the company is under new management, we wish to clarify that it has never been under his stewardship and there is no structural change in management. The company will issue an official statement soon." Now pay attention here. A new name starts appearing: Mr. Kimani, who actually seems to be the director of the company that Khalif Kairo just left. Mr. Kimani claimed that Kairo was just a salesman and that he did not make any monetary contribution towards the growth of the company. According to Mr. Kimani, after their split, Kairo defamed him on social media, damaging his reputation, leading to reduced sales and causing clients to cancel orders. He filed a 30 million Kenya shillings lawsuit in the High Court in Nairobi, accusing Kairo of making false and damaging statements against him and Imports by Kairo Limited on social media. Mr. Kimani also said that many customers whose orders were pending began cancelling and demanding refunds, risking his company's survival. He obtained a court order preventing Kairo from spreading or circulating defamatory material against the plaintiffs. For those of you who are not familiar with the law, plaintiff refers to the person or company suing Kairo, in this case, his former company. Mr. Kimani also sought a court order preventing Kairo from engaging in any competing business under the name Khai and Kairo or any other name, pending the case's resolution. However, the court declined this order, as well as the request to restrict Kairo from using the Imports by Kairo social media accounts on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also, the Kenya Revenue Authority is on Kairo's neck. He has, however, maintained his innocence, claiming that he has been complying with KRA regarding tax payments. Following KRA's involvement, Kairo posted, "An old partner of mine is using KRA officials in Nyeri to frustrate me. He has bribed them huge amounts of cash and has gone ahead to threaten me on this app. This guy also happens to be facing quite a number of criminal cases where I'm a witness." Khalif Kairo suspects that Kinuthia is behind all this, conspiring with KRA officials to harass and frustrate his business operations. Although KRA denied involvement, the case still remains in court. Khalif Kairo has remained strong, advancing his new company, Khai and Kairo Limited, which now has 3 branches and is outselling his former company, which is on the verge of collapse.
As usual, Kenyans, we've had some times where online people have tried to say that you don't do clean business and everything. Yeah. What would you respond to that?
You spent the whole day with me. Gari yangu iko na tint?
No.
My car doesn't have any tint.
Yeah.
You notice that my car does. Do I move around with security?
No.
You've been in my car the whole day. Did you see any gun?
No.
I don't carry a gun. I don't have tint in my car. I move around. My lifestyle is so predictable. You can get me in any of the 3 showrooms, or you come to Wilson Tanipata. Why? Because I'm a man who doesn't have anything to hide.
We wish all the best to Khalif Kairo. Once again, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. See you in the next one.